Twice is the only movie this summer with a 100% approval rating from critics on Rotten Tomatoes. It follows a small improv comedy troupe struggling to make it big in showbiz. Take a look at one of their improv scenes. Please welcome Mike Birbiglia and Gillian Jacobs. Hi, guys.
How are you doing?
See how I said that?
Sure, it's fine.
I said it Birbiglia, which is the way you say it.
You fought me on this last time I was here. 7 years ago. It's been a while.
What took you so long?
It's been, people come up to me, they say, in Italy it's pronounced Birbiglia, and I say, in America, you're annoying. You're right. We just say it wrong. We're Olive Garden Italian.
Exactly.
We're not real Italian.
So I heard that you've been following the Republican convention and tweeting about Trump. Read the tweet that you wrote.
Oh, is it right here?
Yeah, you have it.
I think so.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, I have it. I'll read it. It says, oh, you want to read it?
No, go ahead.
When people say my jokes about Trump are too one-sided, I'm speechless. Trump doesn't have a side. He's the algae that's stuck to the side. Whoa.
And I was listening to you guys talk about it. I don't get very political, but like he really doesn't seem like one of the sides. I'm full.
You think he's right there in the center?
He's right there in the nowhere.
Oh.
Right. No. Exactly.
And it's a weird thing to support a candidate that's in the nowhere.
The abyss. Well, you guys did kind of. I don't know if it was support, but there is there's a scene in your new movie where you do impressions of Trump. How did that come about?
It's so strange. I wrote that a year before he announced,
So it's your fault?
I prophetically wrote the script. No, there's this scene where we all do Trump impressions because our theater we lost our lease, and it's being turned into like another Trump building, which is, as New Yorkers, we know that Trump has sort of like systematically ruined our city. And
not according to Ivanka. He built this, he built that,
But
he blocked your view here.
We do all these impressions, and actually, Gillian said to me sort of the day before we shot this, she goes, Mike, it seems like the Trump running for president thing like isn't a joke, like it might be real. And I remember thinking like silly actors.
Yeah.
With their wild ideas. Of course he's not going to run for president.
Everybody thought that.
And then here we are.
Surprise, surprise. Gillian, you graduated from Juilliard, which is right over here.
Yes.
A really great school. Robin Williams went there. But you grew up in Pittsburgh, and you had a very interesting childhood, I understand. So what was interesting about it?
Oh, there I am.
Look at you.
Yeah, the doll was my only friend. I was the only child of a single working mom, so I spent most of my time with elderly people. And so my best friends were my babysitter, Mrs. Stobie, and my neighbor, Mr. McShane, who were both in their 60s. And so I was basically raised as someone born in the 1930s. Played a lot of Racco, enjoyed reading TV Guide.
Right? They love reading TV Guide.
Love, cover to cover, a lot of great articles.
Bingo.
Oh,
Reader's Digest.
Bingo.
Reader's Digest, I used to do that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Right. It's about you.
What were you like as a child yourself?
I was very into Cole Porter and Katharine Hepburn and Shakespeare. And
she does a great Hepburn in the movie. She does a Hepburn impression.
Give us a little Hepburn.
Oh, God. The calla lilies are in bloom again.
That is beautiful.
Plays very well with the millennials. They love a Katharine Hepburn impression.
Now, Mike, I got to ask you, you actually have a pretty serious sleepwalking condition, which you talked about in your movie, which was called Sleepwalk with Me.
That's right, yeah.
You've done some pretty crazy things. Like you actually walked out of a second-story window, and now that you have a daughter, she's 14 months with your wife.
Yes,
how do you handle the whole sleepwalking bit with her in the house?
It's complex, yeah. Many years ago, I jumped through a second-story window of a hotel in Walla Walla, Washington. And
on purpose?
No, he was sleepwalking.
No, I was
Oh, you say no, but did it wake you up at all?
When I woke up when I landed. Oh, that's my daughter. That was on the set of the movie with Lena Dunham, who actually makes a cameo in the movie, and then the Una. That's my daughter.
Oh, that's cute, Una.
Una Birbiglia, and my wife Jen is right there. But so I have a serious sleep disorder now. When I go to bed at night, I sleep in a sleeping bag up to my neck, and I wear mittens so I can't open the sleeping bag.
Wow.
And then I know, but on top of that, with a child, I actually have to sleep in a separate room. And shut the door from the inside and lock the door.
So you're locked into your room?
Yeah. It's not,
Wow.
yeah, I know.
Don't they-
People
can't they-
literally go,
can't they fix
wow. It's,
Can't they fix that?
you can't, it's not curable. I went to my sleep doctor yesterday, actually, and it's just I have REM behavior disorder. It's not, there's no cure, but, I take medication and I take precautions.
Maybe it makes you funny because you're hilarious.
Oh,
And I think that you're also awesome as Danny Pearson in Orange is the New Black. So maybe the sleep disorder is helping your comedy.
That's really nice
Don't
of
get
you.
rid of it yet.
I won't,
I'm still
I
laughing.
Yeah,
Everybody's got to see Don't Think Twice. I know it's about best friends that are trying to make it with as Joy just mentioned, with an improv.
So broke when I moved to New York. I was living on an air mattress in Queens. I couldn't afford a dresser for my clothes. Like when you're broke, everything's just low to the ground. Like you roll off your air mattress, you grab some pants from the floor, you cook noodles on a hot plate, one falls out of your mouth, you're like, it's not too far, and the only way you could get lower is if you died. But
Poor is poor.
Sorry.
yeah, it is.
That was
not pretty.
What about you, Gillian?
I lived in an apartment building on 207th Street in Inwood, and so when I would leave for auditions in the day, there was no way to go back and forth, so I would take 4 changes for auditions, and then I would pretend to try on clothes at the Gap so I could do my makeup in the dressing room.
Oh my God,
that's so
brilliant.
smart.
You learn all the good public bathrooms in New York as a struggling actress. Yes.
You have to.
Yeah, there we
That's
go.
true.
And I will tell you, do not use the one at the Starbucks in Union Square.
I know that one.
It's a portal to hell.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But now they're working with people like Keegan-Michael Key and Kate Michu.
Kate Micucci,
Yeah.
and Chris
Kate Micucci
Gethard,
and
and
Keith-
Tammy Sager.
The movie's amazing.
Thank you.
So I'm excited to see.
That's great. You two are doing great. And thanks for
Thanks.
coming by.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Joy.
So our thanks to Mike Birbiglia and Gillian Jacobs. Don't Think Twice is in theaters tonight in New York, on July 29th in LA and Chicago and everywhere else in August. We'll be right back.
Week, The View's got more conventional wisdom when we take on the Democratic National Convention. And Joy's Crash and the Party live.